So here we have the 2018 Honda Goldwing, and it's completely new for this year. I was a big fan of the old Goldwing, but this is even better. The Honda Goldwing goes back from 1975. They've sold over 800,000 Honda Goldwings since they started production. 250,000 of those are still running. So this is a flagship bike for the Honda brand, and they've done a really great job this year. It's more sporty, it's more sleek. I think it will suit more riders, probably younger riders as well, because it doesn't look like this big, huge machine that it did. It's still a Honda Goldwing, it's still huge, but look at it. Stylish, cool. I wouldn't mind one of these in my garage. I took my wife on the Honda Goldwing. That's all she talks about. When are you going to get another Goldwing? When are you going to get another Goldwing? As a couple and as a touring bike, these really does suit so many things because it's just so comfortable. So what have they done? Well, they've made it lighter, a little bit more powerful, more sporty, got rid of all of those buttons that are everywhere, just get everything around the rider's controls, and a new wishbone suspension on the front, which works extremely well. So it used to have conventional forks, but they've got a double wishbone. You can see it working away there on the road. It really soaks up so much of the bumps. You just don't get any of that sensation back through the bars. So it's a really smooth ride. Here we have two stripped down naked bikes, and look at the difference in the chassis. Conventional front forks, massive handlebars, and a big wide frame. This one, double wishbone for suspension, much smaller handlebars, thinner frame. You can really see the difference here. I'll demonstrate here how this one works. Just by pushing this bike up, you can really see how the double wishbone suspension works. The wheel really just goes up. It doesn't go back like a conventional fork would and load the suspension in that way. Now this is not the same as the BMW. This is a completely new design by Honda. Double wishbone, it works very well. So here we have the 2018 engine, over here the 2017, and you can really see the difference in the size, mainly here from the crankcase out and by the clutch. And on this model here you can really see the size difference and obviously more weight. So they've done a really great job here at making this smaller and lighter. They've got rid of the big carrying cases, and top box are a little smaller, so the bike's just not as big and chunky as it used to be. It's still a big cruiser, don't get me wrong. It's just a little thinner and, in my opinion, just a little easier to ride. It's got great stability at low speed, even with a passenger. My cameraman on the back, a 170-pound guy, just nice and slowly, low speeds, no problems with balance. I've had the panniers, stuff in the top box. So I really wanted to get a sensation of what this bike was going to be like, fully loaded, and I have to say, you just don't notice that weight. I mean, how can you not notice the weight of a bike like this? They've done such a great job of keeping the weight low, and that you just don't feel it's top heavy at all. The gas tank, it's located right here and it goes right underneath the seat, so that again, that weight is low and that centre of gravity right down. Gorgeous controls. You've got a big 7-inch LED display with analog miles per hour and revs. Those big chunky buttons that used to be on the old model, everything's now just here on the handlebars or right here in front of the dash. So there's no taking your eyes off the road to try and look at a button, see what it is. Everything's right here and it works really good. I was lucky enough to ride the 17 and the 18 both today. You know, just the general controls here, much easier on this model. This one is just a little more sporty and easier to ride. Now I've been riding in DCT, I've got 7-speed automatic transmission. Now I rode the DCT on the Africa Twin, I preferred the manual personally. On this bike, I absolutely love the auto. It suits this bike down to the ground. Such an easy ride, cruising along, auto transmission, gorgeous. And it's seamless. It's so smooth. If I did the perfect gear change once, twice a day, the perfect gear change, this bike does it all the time. You're never going to have any problems with passenger and rider butting heads together or any discomfort with that. This bike shifts so well. Override the auto by just click of a button to go into manual, and then here on this lever, up the gears, and then a lever here for down the gears. That simple. It's almost like a computer game. So we've got 4 riding modes. We've got rain, economy, touring, and then we've got sport. And sport for me just allowed the engine to really sing. Throttle response was much sharper, and I enjoyed sport mode. However, touring mode, which is what it goes into default, is a really smooth ride, and I really enjoyed that too. Big difference as well is the handlebars. The handlebars were massive on the old model, not so much on this one. Feels a lot better, a lot more in control. The handlebars are further forward, the foot pegs are further back, and I had no fatigue on the bike at all. Absolutely perfect. So a really nice riding position. Also, a great thing that they've done here is get rid of that manual screen that you used to have a big lever and pull the screen up yourself. It's now all auto, so just a flick of a switch, and this screen goes really high, so you've got wind straight over your head, or bring it back down and you can get a little bit of wind in your face. Now, they've got rid of that big old rider and passenger seat. I rode both models, and I have to say, these seats work really well. The old model is like a sofa, it's like a big old reclining chair. And the old model, I'd say, is more comfortable. And also with the passenger, or the seat allowed the legs to go around the rider. On this one, you're a lot closer. It's always good to feel your passenger close to the rider, not for it to be interfering with you, but at least you know where you're at with your passenger. On the old model, you're much further apart and you're very separated. This one, the way that they've designed the seat, you're more integrated. It's still comfortable, don't get me wrong, but you're definitely closer together. Some people are going to like that, some people aren't. For me, I didn't mind it, but I did like the old seat. Just had more support here on the lumbar. For the passenger, I think it was a little more comfortable too. You've got stereo, sat nav, everything here under controls, heated hand grips, heated seat. I mean, this bike comes with all the creature comforts. We've been riding here in Texas. It's been really cold temperatures in the morning, and I put the heated hand grips on, the heated seat, the screen up high, loved it. So overall, in a nutshell, the Honda Goldwing, new and improved, lighter, more power, more stylish. It is the most luxurious motorcycle on the planet. Long distance adventures on this bike would just be a breeze. What are you waiting for? Get down your dealer, check this out, it's a great machine. MotoGeo, thumbs up once again, love the Goldwing.